ABC News 4's 7 o'clock news is broadcast live on CNN Radio 1450.
There's a different man heading up the Charleston Police Department today. I'm ABC News 4's Patrice Smith. The story is next.
You think oil is the reason local gas prices are so high? Well, you're only half right. I'm Anderson Burns. That story coming up.
One more swing in the Dream 18. I'm Josh Morton, the 19th hole coming up.
And I'm meteorologist Tom Crawford. The possibility of a heat advisory, and also could you get wet into your Thursday? We'll have details in a moment, but first, your 7 o'clock news. It starts now.
From WCIV, this is ABC News 4 at 7 with Dean Stevens and Nina Sossaman.
Labor Day travel nears and gas prices continue to rise. Good evening, everyone. I'm Dean Stevens.
And I'm Nina Sossaman. More on the high prices at the pump in just a moment, but something else on the rise, the temperatures and some heavy rain in the area right now. It's cooling things off a little bit. Meteorologist Tom Crawford's in the Weather Center with more on all of that. Tom, what is the latest?
Well, Nina, we do have a flash flood warning in effect for Charleston County until 8:30 this evening. Let's go down to street level radar and we can show you what's been going on over the last 3 hours. Still a good bit of rain affecting the areas of Mount Pleasant, extending down into West Ashley, North Charleston as well. We'll put this into motion and show you what has gone on over the last 3 hours. I've been watching these possibly strong to severe thunderstorms earlier this afternoon developing around areas of Horry County, Georgetown County, where they had a number of literally several hundred lightning strikes. In Horry County, Williamsburg County had a severe thunderstorm warning that expired earlier this afternoon. We're going to zoom in a little bit closer and show you what's going on throughout the areas right now of North Charleston. And yes, still a lot of showers and thunderstorms throughout the peninsula around Riverland Drive as well. Going to scoot down a little bit closer in the peninsula, show you some heavy downpours still in Anson Street, East Bay. Just got a phone call from down around the Medical University. Some heavy rain for those folks. Burning Tree Road still picking up some of those heavy rainfall, heavy amounts. And with these moving to the southwest at about 5 to 10 miles per hour, could see anywhere between 1 to 2 inches of rain per hour from this. So again, the possibility of some flooding in the downtown Charleston area over the next hour or two, as well as Mount Pleasant. Now back to Dean and Nina.
Tom, our consumer report tonight, back to gas prices. Today's statewide average price at the pump was $2.44 a gallon.
It makes you wonder where all that money is going. Anderson Burns went to a local station to find out who is and who isn't making money at the pump.
This motion is both familiar and painful. But if gas prices are siphoning money from your credit card, where is it going?
Really, that's your guess is as good as mine on that one.
What about the local gas stations? How much of that $2.57 goes in their pockets?
Maybe more than they should. It is quite expensive.
Then again, maybe not.
A penny, make a penny on a gallon. That's really nothing.
And as for the rest, the South Carolina Office of Energy said today's statewide average price per gallon is $2.44. The majority of that cost, approximately $1.50, goes toward raw crude oil. Refining costs, the process of turning oil into gasoline, is around 40 cents. Taxes eat up 34 cents, 16 to the state, 18 to federal coffers. Lastly, distribution and marketing tax on about 18 cents. It's out of that final 18 cents that the local station will pull its average 1 to 4 cent per gallon profit. The station owner here at St. Andrews in West Ashley said he actually loses money at the pump sometimes. So why even bother with gas? To get folks here into the service centers.
Customer come in and our friendship, talk to them, encourage them, check their cars out. And that's how we mostly get all our money. Gas is just to get customers in.
Yet Nelson admits the high prices are making even that tactic a tough sell. But few outside of South Carolina will feel any sympathy for residents here. Direct pipelines to Gulf of Mexico refineries and low taxes make the state's gas prices the third lowest in the country. Anderson Burns, ABC News 4.
And also aiding the state's relatively lower gas prices are the lack of prohibitions on certain additives that raise the cost of gas in 17 other states. And in case you were wondering, the two states with lower gas prices right now, Wyoming and Utah.
Kids in South Carolina schools who don't make the grade can switch schools, but most will have to wait until after school actually starts. And that tops tonight's school report. The transfers are allowed under the federal No Child Left Behind Act, which also gives parents the option of free tutoring if they don't move their children to another school. The South Carolina Department of Education gives school districts preliminary data by August the 15th, and some say they need to do that sooner. But the Education Department says grading 300,000 PAC tests and their essays takes a while. Despite the wait, though, education advocate John Boutsos advises parents with kids in historically low-performing schools to transfer them.
But if you don't want to do that, if you don't want to transfer your child, for Pete's sake, please take advantage of the supplemental services.
And that's the free tutoring we were talking about. Now, kids at these 13 Berkeley County schools can get transferred or get free tutoring. Charleston County announced earlier this summer that kids at these 9 elementary schools did not meet AYP, and it now says that these 11 middle and high schools are now included on that list.
And where school is concerned, it is anchors away. In North Charleston, Navy men and women at the Naval Hospital spent the day collecting thousands of dollars in school supplies. The supplies are part of a year-long mentoring program sponsored by the hospital. As for the start of school in Charleston County, ABC News 4 and Prudential Carolina Real Estate have partnered to make sure all Low Country students have the tools they need to succeed. You can donate to the Low Country's Promise School Supplies Drive. Drop-off bins are set up at all area Walmarts. For more information on school wish lists, or if you're a teacher wishing to submit a list, log on to our website. We're at abcnews4.com.
And a learning process of sorts for the Charleston City Council. Members have to develop a plan for hiring a new police chief because they haven't had to do that in nearly 24 years.
Chief Greenberg retired yesterday, so the search for a new chief has not officially begun yet. But ABC News 4's Patrice Smith explains some feel there needs to be changes in the police department.
The size of the department, do we have the officers on the streets that we need to have?
City Councilman James Lewis would like to do an in-depth probe of the police department. He has long felt that police officers were not utilized effectively, that not enough crime-fighting efforts were focused on the east side.
And this is why I'm asking for this organizational chart, so this council could take a good look at the police department while we are doing the search for a new chief. So if there are problems, we can address those problems before we hire a new chief.
But Lieutenant Colonel Ned Heathington, the interim police chief, says the department runs like a well-oiled machine. Heathington says he doesn't plan on making any changes in the police department. He says he doesn't need to because Police Chief Greenberg created such an efficient force. And because of Greenberg, Heathington says he's confident he can do this job in the interim. But Heathington says he will still need Greenberg's help.
We're going to need him. There's going to be things in this thing. We live in a world now that is full of extreme dangers that didn't exist 5 years ago, 10 years ago. So we'll need him. We'll need his advice. And he'll be willing to give that advice, I'm sure.
Patrice Smith, ABC News 4.
And Heathington has been the department's second in command. He does plan to retire once a new chief is hired.
Well, the widening of a dangerous stretch of Highway 17 is illegal. That's according to the State Environmental Law Center. To widen the highway inside part of the Francis Marion National Forest, it would be violating the Endangered Species Act because rare birds and plants live in that area. The plan to widen US 17 at Steed Creek Road near UG has been put on the fast track because of several deadly accidents on the 12-mile stretch.
And today was the day crews had planned, or they were supposed to, reopen a stretch of Meeting Street downtown. The area was closed while workers demolished the old ramp to the old bridge. An unexpected delay due to utility wires now has that opening set for Saturday.
Negligent homicide is the charge for a Paris Island drill instructor. Today, court officials say Staff Sergeant Nadia Lopez was negligent in the death of Marine recruit Jason Tharp. In February, Tharp drowned during a swimming exercise ordered by Lopez at the Beaufort County base. A trial date for Lopez has not yet been determined.
And the wife of slain civil rights leader Martin Luther King Jr. is recovering in an Atlanta hospital. The Atlanta Journal-Constitution says 78-year-old Coretta Scott King suffered a stroke. Her family says she has been resting comfortably. A hospital spokesperson says King is in fair condition.
Experts say a computer virus that attacks several large companies around the country has stabilized, although new variations of the worm are popping up. The virus, which causes computers to shut down and reboot, started to spread yesterday. Now, what made this virus unique is that it traveled directly over the internet rather than through email attachments. The worm traveled through a glitch in the Windows 2000 program. The company says it has since fix that problem.
So what is the best way to protect yourself against a computer virus? Still to come on the 7 o'clock news, we're going to show you how much time and money is lost with computer viruses and help you hide from the bugs in cyberspace.
And next, a look back at Sports 4's Dream 18, some of the highlights and a few of the birdies and bogeys of the past 18 weeks. Stay with us.
A couple scattered showers and a few thunderstorms. Keep those windows closed for this evening to protect you from the rain. We'll have more details coming up in just a moment. Stay with us.
You're watching ABC News 4 WCIV with Dean Stevens, Nina Sossaman, Chief Meteorologist Tom Crawford, and you're listening on CNN Radio 1450.
Welcome back. Call it the Dream 19. The Sports 4 Weekly Golf Series finishes up tonight with a recap of the first 9 holes on the tour.
In the best in local golf, Josh Morton wraps up 9 weeks and 90 seconds.
A course for the people. What a better place to start our tour than Charleston Municipal. The 4th hole proving tough, but nothing like the 17th at Patriots Point. 4 guys hit 5 balls each. Guess how many land on the green? 5 out of 20? That's not good.
It really does draw out the full range of emotions, and depending on where your head is at that day, it could be a great day and it can be a sad day.
Kiowa Island playing host for the first of 3 holes. Turtle Point's 14th gives the ocean view. Leads us next to Berkeley County. Crowfield Plantation's 18th hole, and throw a little bit of history in. Speaking of history, Hollywood Stono Ferry can make your golf ball history. Better bring the big guns. Our 6th stop is in Mount Pleasant, a town on the river. We go to Rivertown. Play the 9th hole.
It's a challenging 3-shot hole.
Time for Ben Baker to take his clubs, packs up for Coosaw Creek's number 9. Ben brings the sweet swing. But a scary trip back to Mount Pleasant. Charleston Nationals 14th takes us back to par 3 land, which is good for some.
So it's a good test of golf.
The halfway point, the links course at Wild Dunes. The setting good, the golf not half bad either. Hey, get in the hole.
From WCIV, your Sky Tracker weather forecast with Chief Meteorologist Tom Crawford.
Hey, Tom, how's the weather?
Alexa and Eleanor, right there, Chuck Campbell's wallpaper, and it's good in West Ashley, Mount Pleasant, downtown. You've got some heavy showers and thunderstorms. Matter of fact, Meeting Street and Crosstown flooded right now. We've also got Sycamore Avenue flooded in the Ashley Forest subdivision in West Ashley. Checking out, here we go with the Crosstown. Of course, Meeting Street continued to see a tremendous amount of rain over the last couple of hours. And matter of fact, about the last hour and a half, I should say. And this continues to push its way very slowly down to the south and southwest at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. You can still see a good bit of rain up around areas of Mount Pleasant, Bennett Street, McCants, Pitt Street as well, down into James Island, Clearview Road. Matter of fact, let's zoom down a little bit closer down around Clearview and Harborview Road. Some scattered showers and thunderstorms earlier. We're 94, Creekside Drive, Camp Road, still some good rain for those folks there. And again, coming down pretty hard in areas of West Ashley, South Edgewater Drive, Capri Drive, 526 meeting up with 17 up around Citadel Mall. Let's zoom in a little bit closer and show you right what's going on. Belgrade Avenue, Loxley Drive, also Cessna Avenue picking up some of those pretty heavy downpours. Now, let's go back 12 hours. And we'll show you what was going on up around the Grand Strand, also up around Williamsburg County, because they had some scattered showers and thunderstorms earlier this morning. We'll put it into motion, bring you up to date. Those showers and thunderstorms developing throughout the afternoon hours, pushing their way very slowly down to the south, southeast, and areas of the southwest. Still some heavy rain throughout areas of Lexington County, Sumter, as well as into areas of the upstate. And this is all associated with a frontal system that's trying to push its way down into the south and southeast, squeezing out a lot of moisture, so very unstable to begin with. And this, of course, lifts, the cold front lifts into the atmosphere and continues to drive those very humid and unstable conditions into the atmosphere, giving us those showers and thunderstorms. So we've got an area of high pressure to the south of us. This will continue to give us hot temperatures again for tomorrow. Not nearly as hot as we had today. We topped out at 95 degrees earlier today. If you're working or playing outside, you knew it was hot. For tomorrow, we're looking at about 90 degrees. That'll be in North Charleston, about 86 along the coast. So the afternoon showers and thunderstorms will continue to be with us as we get into tomorrow afternoon. Mostly cloudy around midnight tonight. Still a chance of a shower and thunderstorm. 76, partly cloudy with some patchy fog for your morning start. There's your sunrise, and then as we get into tomorrow afternoon, expecting a little bit milder high, but still above our normal high of 89, looking for a high of 90 degrees as we get into tomorrow afternoon. And